What's happening, everybody? Beautiful people, wonderful, epic, amazing, kind people. Thank you so much for the support and kind words from everybody. I just wanted to first off say thank you for that. I want to kind of give you a little bit more context when I was talking about my laps. I'm currently on lap 2 of 4 of the laps I'm doing without jacks. So I do 4 laps a day, 2 in the morning and 2 at night with jacks. And then before we were doing, got up to, I think I said, right around 6 laps. We'd split them up, 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, 2 at night, sometimes do more. But if anybody was wondering about like the distance, I've never measured it. If I could say anything, guesstimate going around the actual neighborhood, maybe like half a mile. I mean, I played football, did track exercises and stuff like that. So I think that's quarter mile. But this is the ditch where I walk jacks around. So I don't know, I'd kind of say that's like a football field. Maybe a little bit bigger, just smaller than the track. But it's all grass. So, one of the things I found, which again, trying anything, and the idea is, what's the risk versus what's the reward? May sound crazy, maybe crazy, but is it hurting anything to try? Would it be very beneficial if they're correct? And I've heard about grounding and how it affects the cell levels, possibility like a battery or a recharge or stuff like that as human beings and creatures on the earth. So the idea is to actually touch ground barefoot, not concrete, not tile, anything like that, sand, anything, bare feet. And I want to say I remember them talking about usually like an hour, and it will affect your cellular structure, kind of put stuff back into place. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. It's really hot, and I was going to do this at the end on my 4th lap, but it's nice and warm right now, so I figured I'd get this out of the way right now because I wouldn't be able to do it on the 4th lap. But here's the 4 laps I do with jacks around that, and then just to and from my house is the extra from where I live. But if there's no harm, maybe you get like some dirty toes. I grew up playing in the mud and everything like that, so nothing I'm not afraid of. A youth trip, we went to Kentucky one time, and I mean, it was a very, very muddy time. But if there is benefits to that, I'm trying pretty much everything I can to help him out. But I will pick this up on whatever the new hip, young, trending social media stars do their magic transitions, so I can finish my other 2 laps, starting lap 3 right now, and quite sweaty already. And I'll finish up and we'll see you magically in a second. All right, I finished it. Completed my goal. I actually didn't even take off my sweatshirt this time. But I wanted to talk more about the exercise journey I've been on holding myself accountable and doing this video diary log thing, whatever we want to call it. Maybe it'll help somebody else. Maybe I can help others out there in their journey too, like I was talking about earlier. But I started out back in February just doing like one lap. It was really tough. I haven't exercised in a while when I first started out again. And you're talking about your breathing, everything. You just out of breath after the first maybe like 10 minutes of trying to do a lap. It sucked. It was rough. But I kept going. I would tell myself, all right, just another day, just another day. All right, we'll keep it the same. Do another week, just a lap, just a lap. I think I did that for about 3 weeks until I felt stronger, I could breathe better, and I started then to add another lap. Jackson and I would do a lap in the morning and a lap at night. Sometimes we would just do 2 laps at night, just depending on how I was feeling. When and where the weather was playing any factors or anything like that. And I would continue this process throughout the last, like 8 months? I don't know. And continuously adding more laps. I started adding more exercises. I started doing, I don't know why I'm fixated on the number 20, but I was doing 20 squats, and I'm already a big dude, so somebody talked to me about adding weight. Oh, my buddy Ryan, he was like, oh, you could use kettlebells. He's huge in kettlebells, and kettlebells are awesome. I don't know if I told you guys last time, but last time I weighed in, actually this morning, hit 70 pounds down, so 355, which is awesome. And again, thank you everybody for the positive vibes and all the kind words and thoughts. And if you have any tips, tricks, let me know. If anybody you know out there needs any tips, tricks, or would like some just kind of motivating, get out there and get it done, and don't be so hard on yourself, because I'm the number one person that's rough on me. I'm really tough on myself. And if you can get your mental fortitude down to have the self-control to continue with positive changes, to being better, reading labels, getting outside, and just continuing that change, you're going to see results eventually. It's going to suck. Where there's any sort of positive change or any good, you're going to have to practice. Put in the hurt time, the hurt locker. Put in the suck, how you say it. But no, the exercise, the laps, I think it's about a half mile, doing the whole neighborhood. And I was doing, like I was telling you guys in the other video, I was up to about 6 laps with Jackson before he started slowing down on me. And so we started doing the 4 laps once we went to the vet and everything around the ditch there, like I was talking about a second ago. But I wanted to continue my journey, and I needed to push for further, harder, and keep moving forward. So the progress, I mean, I suggest walking. If you're starting out, you want to be healthier, or you have some pounds to shed or anything like that, you can start walking. Start walking. Stretch before you do it. Stretching is another form of exercise. You can be all Tai Chi. But just start. Be positive. If you can't be honest with yourself and be positive with yourself, you're never going to make yourself better. You're never going to be able to move forward. And that's another reason I'm very happy with all the kind information and thoughts from you guys. And because it is like a fog. I was kind of mentioning there with Aaron in the comments. It's like a fog lifting off your head. Once you start putting in the time and the effort, and you start kind of watching what you're eating, reading labels, I can't stress it enough, man. That's the first thing I would stress, besides getting out and get active. Just know what's in your food. But exercise-wise, I was doing the laps, and as more and more I got comfortable, more I got better, I want to stress. I don't want to hurt myself. I want this to be a lifestyle change. I don't want it to be anything that's going to just be another fad. There's too many fads out there. There's too many videos of people that just try to use certain diets and ketosis and carnivore and everything out there. There's a lot of great information, a lot of good people, and I just think if I can help anybody with their research, their journey, as well as continue learning myself, taking aspects from individual ones, and something I'll explain later on the health side of cancer issues that we're dealing with right now, which I've talked a lot in depth with my mother, and mentioned it with my dad, and he's probably getting annoyed with me talking to him about it, but it's kind of all you can think about when your best friend's kind of going through stuff. Don't really sleep that much. I just kind of look at new articles, Dr. Siegfried, William Lee, other gentlemen, and people that have gone through amazing stories. Joe Tipton's story. Sorry about the tangent. But if I can help anybody out there, if anything I say can lead to people maybe finding something that the standard care of medicine right now for cancer doesn't even like kind of give you the option. I mean, you have to do the standardized care first and foremost before they even tell you about metabolic therapy, pulse push metabolic therapy, where you're kind of using drugs in certain time frames, where we're cutting off the gluten supply. Glutamine is in everything, unfortunately. So I'll finish what I'm saying here, but I'm going to do a whole video with Jax. And he's doing good. We're having a really good day. My mind's kind of everywhere, sorry. But gluten and glutamine, you can cut out gluten with ketosis. Carnivore, ketosis. I was reading one of their publications last night where they talked about the Atkins diet and protein and the way it could still be broken down into gluten. So I want to research more into that and make sure we're eating the correct proteins. But I'm not saying just eat steak, just eat eggs. I love steak and eggs, so that's what I do. I feed him liver, eggs. I talked about his diet a little bit, but we're also adding in a fast. I fast every Monday, and I'm fasting with him. And there's science behind every hour in a fast, what happens to your body and how it affects your body and your cell level, and how we're designed to live through stresses, through metabolic stresses, through environmental stresses. But so I'll do a lot more with that later. And again, thank you for sticking around and listening to me. You guys make a lot of difference in keeping me going with all the kind words and thoughts. And I'm definitely doing this to hold myself accountable, and maybe it's another way for me to have all of you help me be accountable and be honest with myself. And I go off on a lot of tangents, I'm sorry. Exercise. The other thing I've been adding, 20 squats. I do 20 calf raises, but I do 20 calf raises where it's a standard calf, and then I pigeon toe, and then I put my toes out. So I do 60 calf raises. I've always had strong legs. I love working out and on weightlifting and stuff like that. I've always loved it. It's just been kind of bad weight-wise, but it's getting pretty much the perfect storm out here. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there. I love you guys. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Thanks again for all the positive support. And I'm going to try to stay persistent and steady. I hope I don't annoy anybody by doing it. But I wish the best for everybody. I really do think everybody's, for the most part, like 90, almost 99%, everybody's good people. And we have a lot of things in the world that are stressful and make you have a bad day. So be kind to one another. And I wish the best for all of you. And you kick names and take gas and have a great rest of your day. And if this helps, I'm really glad, and you guys help me a lot. So thank you so much. Peace.